Tales of Tanorio is releasing in 1 week, so I'm here to tell you guys about key features you need to know before release. Also, make sure you guys watch to the end because there's going to be some things you might want to know about shinies. Quick note, there will be spoilers in the video, so keep that in mind. Alright, so Tamer Levels. Tamer Levels are somewhat similar to Loomian Legacy Mastery Levels because Tamer Levels are essentially a system to reward players for playing the game. You'll be able to get XP through capturing Tanorians, completing missions, doing PvP battles, or even just trading. And as of release, the max Tamer level will be 50, and the rewards for reaching that level will include stuff like items, Tano pounds, unlocking Tanorians, new mission difficulties, and more. In the future, they've said that they're gonna add stuff like Tanorian customization, which I'm really looking forward to. Alright, but mounts and ruptures. So you can probably tell what mounts are. It's just a faster mode of transport. However, all mounts also have charge abilities. Now these abilities will let you unlock new areas. Let's say you have to cut down a tree or something. And while unlocking those new areas, you might discover ruptures. So ruptures are essentially just the raids of Tales of Tanorio. You know, multiplayer battles against very big, strong Tanorians. Now, rewards for these ruptures can include stuff like XP cubes, berries, essence stones, just kind of miscellaneous stuff. Now, the difficulty system or star system for these ruptures are 1 to 7 stars. Now, 1 to 6 is scaling difficulty and rewards. However, 7-star ruptures are gonna be event ruptures. So if there's like a Christmas event, you get a 7-star rupture with like a Christmas skin as an example. However, on release, you'll only be able to get 1 to 3-star ruptures and 7-star ruptures for events. Now, the spawning of these ruptures is every 10 minutes, and there'll be a maximum at 4 at any given time. Alright, so what are the overworld spawning mechanics going to be like? So if you don't know what overworld Tanorians are, they're essentially just Tanorians that, you know, wander around, roam around, kind of like this when you can just see them just on the ground, you know? Now, normally, they're limited to 15 spawns at a time. However, this number can be increased. And the type of Tanorians that spawn depend on, you know, your current location, your weather, the current events that are going on, and stuff like that. Now, the despawning of these overworld Tanorians kind of go like this. So, firstly, shiny Tanorians don't despawn, which is awesome because I can imagine how many lives that would have saved. Incense Tanorians, however, despawn at a rate of 1.3 times faster, and when the incense is done, they'll despawn 1.8 times faster, kind of so you can just clear up the area from the previous incense. Alright, so if you're still watching now, that means you enjoyed the video so far. So what are you doing? Just go down and hit subscribe. You know, we're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. Plus, once we hit 1,000, I'll be able to join the Tales of Tanorio content creator program, which honestly, I've just been wanting to join for a long time. But, you know, small interruption, let's get back into the video. Right, but what are incenses? Basically, incenses are a way to enhance your encounters. So when you apply an incense, it'll add 5 more encounters at a time, meaning instead of 50 Tanorians spawning at a time, you can have 20 Tanorians that are spawned in at a time. And it also increases their spawn rate of up to 3 times. So these overworld Tanorians will spawn by up to 3 times. Now these can be obtained from missions, Tamer Levels, you know, just playing through the game. However, they cannot be traded. Now there are 3 tiers for incenses. Tier 1 is 10 minutes. Tier 2 is 20 minutes and tier 3 is 30 minutes. I'm sure you could have guessed that. But they are also stackable, so you can stack them for up to 3 hours of a continuous incense. Also, I forgot to mention that incenses are for the entire server. So if one player were to place down a 3-hour incense, the entire server would have an incense in that area. Now it's time for what you've been waiting for. Shiny Tanorian. So if you don't know what a shiny Tanorian is, or a shiny in general, it's essentially just like a rarer recolored variant of a regular Tanorian. Now the encounter rate for these shinies are 1 in 4096, pretty standard encounter rate. However, through chaining, which I'll probably make a video on that later, you can lower that rate all the way down to 1 in 256, which is a bit more common than one in 4096. Now, one funny thing about shinies is that trainer Tenorians can also be shiny. So let's say you're just going through the story, you could just encounter a shiny Tenorian when you're battling a trainer, and that's the exact same odds as a normal Tenorian being shiny. So that's gonna be funny to see when the game releases, because I can already imagine the people raging as they just found some shiny through a trainer. Also, when the first shiny of a Tenorian is found, there will be a global message, so that's pretty cool to see. Because if people find something that's really rare, like a shiny legendary for example, the first one to ever be found will have a global message, so everyone will know when it's found, which is pretty cool to see. But guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys found this video helpful or enjoyed it, and yeah, don't forget to go subscribe. Goodbye and keep being awesome.